Hey everyone, how's it going? So for today's video, we're gonna do a little bit of a follow-up on the stuff that I've been mentioning for the last 2 days, and we'll just do the usual analysis as well, the 3-day down to the lower time frames, and basically nothing new to follow up with the trade, with my net long-term trades. Basically, I had a short from like 35-ish, and I've been going back and forth, hedging it with longs and basically closing the longs and cashing out the P&L, but leaving the short open so it can basically just keep going to the lows, get more P&L, and then I basically just hedge it again with longs and then cash out the P&L, but I don't close the main short. So I basically hedged that at around 31ish because of this scam event that we had, and because I haven't closed it yet because it's actually putting some structure. But I wanna, before I do the analysis for today, I wanna actually go to a naked chart and I wanna do something that I don't usually do. I don't like doing like the diagonal trend lines, but I just did one for fun and I saw a lot of confluence with some long-term stuff. So we're just gonna do a diagonal one from basically here, and I'm just gonna keep extending it back. Like, I know this is not the way people usually do it, but this is actually the way I do it. I look at for a lot of long-term confluence when I am doing it this way, and because I did it and I saw um, a lot of respect to this diagonal line long term, that is why I'm actually mentioning it here. So I just have to kind of zoom in and make sure I'm getting bodies at the very least, at the most. So here this has to come up a bit. Yeah, it has to definitely come up a little bit. Bring this down a little bit from here. Okay. So I usually like to go for bodies, but if it's somewhere in between wicks and bodies and it's just showing it's getting a lot of respect from the price action, then I will consider it okay. And so here, this is what we have, and we can see that it's actually getting respected. Like, this is basically a resistance, the first resistance that we had during the bull market. Like, up to here we got up to like 61ish. This is the first, like, it hit this line, and this was our first major pullback that we had, or actually the second. Like, this was, I guess, a pullback too, but this is the one where it really took a toll on the oscillators. You can see on the Stochastic it took a toll, and I believe on the RSI, on the 3-day RSI, it took a toll as well. And this is one that really stood out, like, strength wise. Like, we didn't really get above it that much. Obviously we put a newer high above it, but everything was already flopping over, like, from here on out. Like, this was kind of like we got a little last kick in the bull run, and we basically had the Coinbase IPO, and then everything else just flopped over, tested the line, went under, came above. So we can see how significant this line is, and that's just a 4-hour. Like, it's actually getting respect on 12-hour. Clearly obvious. It's literally like chopping the price action in half. It's like a yin and yang action going on here, like literally reflecting onto this side. And what do you call it? On the daily, I believe it's also getting a lot of respect. And I haven't looked at these times. I was just kind of brainstorming before I started recording. So I want to see if it's actually getting. Yeah, it's continuously getting it. So 2 days not really a significant time frame for me. 3-day is. So we can see it's even getting the respect that on the 3-day closes. Let's see it on the weekly. Like, what I'm trying to say is, this is, like, I'm not trying to draw a pattern or anything with this. Like, obviously we can draw a pattern, but this is getting so much respect from the price action. This is definitely a major trend line. This is definitely a major uh, diagonal line that's getting a lot of respect from the price action as a resistance, as a support, as a resistance again, breaking down, and then now acting as a resistance. So right now we are literally testing it again with this little scam thing that we had. We pumped right into it. So we'll go back to the 4 hour and kind of zoom into where we are right now. Because and even actually like the bottom of it here, if we, I gotta undo this and go to the 3 day for a sec because I forgot one thing. Or here, yeah, we can clearly see like literally a line over here. Like this would be the horizontal support of this whole structure. And we'll go to like a little bit of a lower time frame to see more. Like literally, right? Like you can just draw an imaginary line here. Or even like if you want to get it at the very bottom, like somewhere around here. It's like basically the 30 level, the 30K. And a little above maybe like a liquid zone around here. This would basically be the horizontal of it. And if you like triangles, if you like doing the pattern thing, this I believe is the one that breaks to the downside, like the I think they call it descending triangle or whatever it is. From what I understand, if the horizontal is at the bottom, it has a high chance of breaking down. If the horizontal is at the top and the diagonal is like this, like going from here to here, and then we have the horizontal like that at the top, then that has the likelihood of breaking out. It's like a 66% chance likelihood to break out, and this has a 66% chance to break down. The odds of it based on like some quant data or whatever that I heard from Crown's streams and some other people that also mentioned it. So this is where we're at right now, and we're basically at a very significant level right now. And this is literally just fighting the price action. It's been fighting the price action for a very long time, supporting and fighting both ways. So this is some pretty critical stuff, and based on this, I'm gonna be deciding because we're so close to it. Like, if we get a breakout here, then I'm just gonna look to close my short. If we get a break down from here, then I'm basically just gonna look to close my long hedge. So, yeah, this was just something that I saw because it has a lot of like history and it gets a lot of respect. And I decided to share it in the video. But I usually don't do triangles or patterns. Like I wouldn't do one like mini triangles and mini patterns and whatever people do. If it's like this, I'll put some weight on it. But if not, then no. So we'll just go to our analysis. Sorry, it's already been 9 minutes. I just felt like that was a good thing to put in the video. And now it's gonna make everything even longer. So we'll just try to run through it quickly. So 3 day, not really saying anything other than what we talked about yesterday. Not even closing today. We have bullish engulfing. If it's confirmed in this posture, then it will confirm this as a low because it's closing above it, and we had some divergences on this side. So, or no, sorry, that was the 2 day. My apologies. Yeah, so it would just confirm it as bullish engulfing if you can close it on tomorrow's close. Momentum is down on the Stokes. Momentum on MACD is, it's the downside momentum has stopped and it's kind of leaning towards upside momentum. Stoke momentum is still to the downside. Volatility is not telling me much. RTSI, it's just not doing the posture I want. RSI not really doing anything. 2 day I believe is closing with today's day. Oh no, it's closing with tomorrow's 3 day. So not really much there either. We just had a bullish, nice bullish engulfing in yesterday's close. So Stokes is sideways. 2 day on our RSI, on our momentum and volatility. Volatility's bottomed on this one, and not really doing much on this one. Momentum is to the upside on MACD momentum. Stoke momentum, the downside it's leaning towards the downside. And keep in mind, Stokes is the most reactive on MACD, is a little bit lagging. 2 day on RSI, RTSI, we had our drives here. So this 2-day bullish engulfing confirms that the drives are played out, because this is what I've been saying. Like, I wanted to see this. I wanted to see the low be confirmed to know that the drives are complete. So the drives are complete in this case. This is not really giving me the posture I want. It's still kind of like literally the opposite of what I want. It's curling down. I want it to be like doing a rounded bottom and curling back up. So this is not really the posture I look for. Daily on the Stoke side, bullish engulfing from yesterday. Momentum is turning to the upside, but as I said, we are at a critical level, so we could just pump into resistance, and I wouldn't be longing here. Like, if I see that pattern show signs of a confirmed breakout, and I don't even trade breakouts. Like, if I see it, I'm gonna manage my trade based on it. Like, I actually wouldn't take a trade based on patterns, and especially breakouts, because that's just, to me, that's the lowest hit rating of any trading strategy, trading breakouts or breakdowns, and that's not really my cup of tea. So yeah, daily on momentum and volatility. Volatility is still so it was expanding as the price was breaking down, but right now it's this one is level with the EMA, and this one is looking like it's going sideways, possibly gonna test the EMA. But because this is already curved, I'm still leaning to the downside, and because we're at a major resistance with that trend line, I'm still leaning to the downside. I feel like this is just a little distribution action happening. So MACD momentum is to the upside. Stoke momentum is gaining momentum to the upside. It's retracting. Daily on RSI, RTSI, I believe, yeah, this confirms the divergences are done here as well. Not really the posture I want. Yeah, no, it's still curling. It's not really doing what I want. Like, I want the yellow to curl the other way instead of, yeah, not really giving me a bottom information that I'm looking for. 12 hour. It's good. It went above the middle Bollinger Band, so, and it opened and closed above it, so that's actually a good sign. Stokes still has more room to go. 12 hour on our volatility and momentum. Volatility on this one is still expanding, but this one is now going below the EMA. So the volatility expanding as the price was breaking down. This is now giving a counter signal to that, because it's going below the EMA and the EMA is flopping over. So this is retracting once again. So that goes against the downside bias. So that's basically a point in the court for the bulls. And this expanding as, so it started expanding here as the price started breaking out. So volatility expanding with price going in a certain direction is actually a good sign as well for the momentum of the direction it's going, because it's obviously direction neutral. And obviously right now these are giving like opposite, like this was giving an expansion signal while price was breaking down, so it was making me have a bias towards that, but now it's rejecting it, and this one is giving the opposite signal, expanding as the price is breaking out. So this is confirming it. So right now they're giving different postures, but technically they're confirming each other. So this gives me a more of a bias to the upside with this confluence. And 12 hour, but then again we are at resistance, so it can just flop over just like the other one did. So 12 hour, no divergences. RTSI might be doing well, it's a nice curl, but like the overall, yeah, I still need to see more of this. Like, this needs to give me a better posture. I don't really like that posture. Quickly we'll do the 4 hour. Try to keep this under 20 minutes. Probably be like a 15-minute video. Stokes still has more room to go. It can just stay up here and just go sideways, or just go flatline at the top. Has a little bit more room to go. Bollinger Bands is expanding. 4 hour volatility is expanding as the price So it's strange. It kind of started expanding as the price was breaking down, but now they are both expanding. It turned the expansion into the upside. So because they're getting close to yellow like this, they're good as long they're good to get to the red level, and they can print a couple bars of red. But after the red, I'd be looking for it to retract and basically give a signal of the opposite direction, because like it can go to the top red line, and then once the price starts going the other way, the opposite direction that was making it go up, then it will start retracting, and then it can be at the bottom and the price can go one way. Sorry, it can, as it's retracting, it can get to the bottom, and once it gets to the bottom, the price can go the other way and it'll start expanding. So it's direction neutral. Like it can expand or retract and give basically the nod towards the direction the price is going, and show that it's gaining momentum, whether it's expanding or retracting. Um, Momentum to the upside is wearing off on the 4-hour Stokes and on 4-hour MACD. 4-hour RSI not telling me too much, rejecting the bullish zone, but I don't really look at it in that way. I don't use that read on lower time frames. RTSI sharp bounce. I like that. It's kind of doing like a spring action. So yeah, it's definitely saying there's more room to go on the upside, both on the RSI or both on the RTSI and on the Stokes. And volatility still has more room to go too. So this could actually test like the wick high that we had, but I don't know if it's going to be able to break that giant pattern, that this giant pattern that we had going way back. Yeah, we're basically just testing it now. So yeah, we just have to see how it closes. And like I would like to see, like right now, I think the 4-hour looked like it closed above it, kind of. No, not yet, not yet. Like even if we see this close above, like I would like to see a 12-hour, preferably a daily close above the trend line, like open above, or sorry, close above. Sorry, I want it to go above, have an open and close after it's above. So I want both those conditions, and then preferably come down and test it and then bounce, not just like some madness that just goes above. Although that works too, like as long as it goes above and has an open and close above, it's still valid. But preferably on the daily, 12-hour should be okay as well. But basically, I'm not going to take action on my long-term trades until I see something that is at least on the daily. And on a closing note, I just like to say, please don't take anything I say as financial advice. I do not give signals. Like I joke around in chat and I say, "Oh, a little birdie told me this, or this is this, or I think this is that." And I always say NFA, not financial advice. I always say, don't take what I say. Don't take what I say as a signal. Don't trade what I say. Do your own risk. Do your own analysis. Have your own risk management. And last thing I want is for somebody to try to copy trade me and try to use me as a like a spoon feeding signal indicator or whatever they need to trade. Like that is not the way to do it, and that is by no means what I want to enable in people. So again, for like the 100th time, please manage risk, please do your own analysis, please don't take what I say as financial advice. I am only throwing ideas around. I'm only sharing what I'm doing. I'm only looking to um, help people become better traders. That is basically my goal. That is why I do this. I don't need to make these videos. I don't need to do one-on-one with Delphine sessions. In my heart, I want to do some good. I want to try to help people that want to learn. Like I by no means I need $69 for like 5 hours of session time. Like I could just go scalp and make so much more money than that. It's not even worth my time. To me, what's important is doing some good, getting some good karma, and helping people. Like I get a lot of joy out of the feedback that I get from the people that do one-on-one sessions with me, and hearing them say that they're making progress and they're making better trades and something changed. And that is what the reason why I do it for. I don't have a need to do this. I enjoy doing this, and the only reason why it's 69 per session is because when people put money out for something, when people spend on something, naturally they want that to be worth something. And if somebody is going to put money out, they're gonna want something to be gained from the one-on-one with Delphine session, and they're gonna want some sort of value to come. And that actually enables the people that are committed, the people that are not going to be wasting time here, the people that are not going to be trying to use me for information or trying to just basically get a free ride out of me and then just turn around and be like, oh hey, your strategy is garbage, or you don't know what you're talking about, or blah blah blah. It actually weeds out scenarios like that for me, because I've helped people before in chat, and I spent at least 3 weeks on a couple of people, and it just completely ended up being a waste of my time. And I completely shared every aspect, every secret, everything that I do with my strategy with them for free, and they completely disappointed me. And one of them turned around and told me off. One of them just was completely lost and was doing the opposite, and the other person didn't even really make it to the end, to even they didn't even make it to the end of the teaching, is what I'm trying to say. So the way it's designed, the way it's I feel like the way to do it is this way. This is what I feel, and I don't want my time wasted, and I want to spend it on doing some good. So I feel like it's reasonable. I feel like it doesn't it's not it's not something that people are gonna regret. That's what I'm getting at. And like, if people have money to go throw around at 100x leverage and just gamble and do degen stuff, the ones that really want to learn something, they can spare $69 to come have a 5-hour session with me and get some valuable information that is gonna help them long term. So I feel like it's fair, and that's the way it is. So sorry, I'm like rambling on and on right now, so I'll just end the video here. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.